Waitress, like I'll give you a.
I would be all right with that.
Yeah, it's still a story to tell. It's still pretty cool. I don't know. I'm in.
Yo!
What's going on?
It is I,
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
the Stones without a voice, Garrett with a G. Apparently, it's not nickname anymore. It's Drew Rose and
I forgot to change
my
it.
main man, Dane Sinatra. What's going on, boys?
just call me old Green Eyes.
Nice.
Go on.
So what's up?
How's everybody doing?
We're doing.
Doing awesome.
Doing.
I'm going to pull the
Okay.
chat up now just in case we get any
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. There we go.
women trying to hit on Todd.
Like,
Those little skates. Actually, let me. So, how did everybody feel about this weekend? It was a very action-packed weekend, action-packed Monday. How do we all feel about it?
Every
It is.
Oh, okay.
match,
I'm glad everybody was so excited.
felt
yeah.
like, every match felt like a main event.
And that's
Everybody was
it
invested.
was
and I loved
wild to me. Like,
it. Yeah.
before we get into the specifics, that not counting WrestleMania, because I did love this past year's Mania. This was the best pay-per-view I can remember viewing in years. Like,
Oh, yeah.
completely. This was a complete pay-per-view that was just, each match was a banger. Each match felt like there was some kind of gravity and there was something there. It wasn't just like squash matches. And they fucking tore down the house. Go, Garrett.
Best opening match ever. I'm calling it. So Joe in the chat has to be the best opening match. One of the greatest, street fights we've ever seen break out. Just holy crap! It was perfect.
Also, I think had the best sell of the Samoan Spike by Kevin Owens.
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
crap! Did he sell the hell out of that thing? And then Cody
Dude,
Rhodes
he
kicked it wherever
literally
he was
fell
sitting.
head over heels for Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He folded like a lawn chair. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess we're into it now. We might as well start it off with the Bloodline versus Randy and Kevin. And whatever that move that Kevin did off the turnbuckle, I'm not even exactly sure.
Brainbuster, I thought, right?
Yeah, it was a brain buster.
The brain buster through the chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like he added a little something.
He always does. The very first match I ever saw him in when he was in 2CW, I saw him do that, and I was like, "This is the dude. This dude's going all the way. Like,
Right.
this dude could wrestle a mop and it'd be great." So,
But like, dude, like it was amazing. Like, just everything about, like, I'm watching and I'm like, how are they gonna follow this up? Like it was. I'm not gonna lie. I was like an inch and a half, like ready to go. Like it was. I felt like I fucking downed a whole bottle of Viagra and was ready to fucking go that day, dude. Like that match. Oh, it just it felt good. And even though the Bloodline won, they didn't win in this, And Randy's already been solidified as a Hall of Famer and anything. If there was any doubt in anyone's mind that Kevin Owens deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame, all those doubts were put to rest Saturday afternoon in France. I just wish he would have had a beret on, like a little raspberry beret when he came out. It would have been fantastic. But it's something else I noticed, and I'll pull up the times right now. But none of these were short matches, and it was a shorter or smaller card per se.
Yeah,
It was. I noticed that. Reading it, it's like
the shortest match we had, and it didn't seem even short, was 13 minutes, and that was the Bailey, Naomi, Tiffany Stratton match. And everything else was 15 minutes or more. Like that first match, 19 minutes and 25 seconds. And I get that you had 5 guys in there.
Yeah.
Eventually. But still. And speaking of the 5th guy, hey, Garrett, who made their debut? It wasn't Jacob Fatu. It wasn't
Jacob Fatu. But it was Tongaloa, and I don't know. I think it's because we got everyone got the report that Jacob is already signed. Did anyone remember hearing anything about Tongaloa coming? Because I don't remember. No. And now it was just like everyone thought. All the clips we see, the suplex and everything, Joe, all this stuff that, he's in, we all know it. It's got to be him. And then, boom, we get Tongaloa. I'm like, I love being surprised in wrestling.
Yeah, seriously.
I love not seeing it coming. I was like, of course. But I didn't see it coming yet.
Thank you, Brian. I like looking like ass. It's what I do. If you want to see my ass, I can bust my ass out.
Like you already done that shelf.
Yeah, so everybody missed this. So Todd missed it too. In the green room, they call it, before we go and record.
It was biz talk.
I worked last night, so I literally slept till the last possible moment, went showered, came out. So when I came in the room, they couldn't see me come in the room. Put my phone on to the Jey Uso theme song. I hit play, and then came to come in here and yeet. And when I came in here to yeet, if you notice, my shelf might look a little different than it usually does, but I yeeted the shelf across the room.
You sure did.
Yikes.
That's why you don't yeet in small areas.
But
I would never yeet
responsibly.
If I yeeted it.
He had to yeet.
I know, but you got to be aware of your strength. If I yeeted in this room, I'd be sad because shit would be toast. I know you got to go outside and yeet, or yeet in the living room.
I mean, I'm used to yeeting at you, Todd, but you weren't here to yeet at, so I had to yeet in the normal area. I don't know what you want from me. Okay, I'm a man. When I need to yeet, I need to yeet. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not denying
Go yeet yourself, Todd.
Listen. I didn't deny your right to yeet. I just said you shouldn't do it in small areas with a lot of shit around you.
I had to fight for my right to yeet, okay? I didn't just have it. It wasn't just given to me like some people. I had to fight for that, okay?
Fuck you, I won't yeet when you tell me.
And here I thought everybody forgot about yeet. So back to the match. So,
yeeting that out of the way.
Tongaloa made his debut, and he made himself known. 100% made himself known. And following that, I don't know about you guys, I got flavors of Hugger Bailey. I felt like she wanted to come out and just give everybody a hug.
Yeah.
I don't want her to go back to that, but I like her where she is right now is it's perfect. She's not too much of an ass, but she's not let me hug everybody. It's like she found that fine line, or they found it, whatever you want to say. The fine line has been found. Keep her there. I mean, if you heel turn her at some point, it will work good, but just keep her there. And it's just perfect for her.
It felt to me like it was a grown-up version of the hugger persona.
Yeah,
exactly. And to Todd's point, it's like finding that line. So like she went from the heel back to the face, and she's like, to mix what you're saying, she's gonna be the adult, but it's a lot like liking it to like Becky, right? Becky was the man, came back as big time Bex, and it was not working. So she had to go back towards, but it's not the man persona fully again, but it's very close to it while still just being more just regular Becky Lynch, so.
Right. And dude, Tiffany Stratton does nothing but impress the absolute shit out of me. Like, and Naomi's one of those workers where, like, she's so underrated because you put her in a match with anybody. Naomi's
she can work. She can work.
Dude, she's awesome. She deserves a little bit more than what she's been given. Like, put the belt on her again. Like, let's see. I want to see Naomi have before she's gone, kind of like Natty. I want them to have one last little run just to give them their flowers because they absolutely deserve it. And Tiffany Stratton, it might not be right now, but in a not too distant future, she's going to be the face of that women's division when all these veterans kind of start, and they've already started kind of going. Tiffany Stratton's going to be the one to hold up that women's division. And I can't wait because I got 2 words for everybody here.
Suck it. Oh,
it's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time, guys. Now, the next match was not excited about it all except for main event himself, Jey Uso. But I like what they did here. I like how they've continued to set the seeds of dissension between the Judgment Day. I like how, dude, Jey Uso he is a star, and he keeps proving it over and over and over. And the way he's so damn loyal to that company, because guess what? He could have gone to AEW forever ago and been the face there. But the loyalty to the company, the loyalty to his family, and I mean, you're going over for Damian Priest, and we all know I'm not a big fan of this guy, but
you don't like Damian Priest?
That's great. Go ahead, Drew.
You don't like Damian Priest?
Dude, he's an SMM fucking dollar store Undertaker. Like,
oh man. All right, okay.
Like the action figure came from Mexico. It, instead of putting the cloak on it, it put the bondage outfit on, and it should say El Undertakero on it. Like,
Jesus.
You know where he's from, right?
Where?
He's from Puerto Rico.
He's from Puerto Rico.
Okay. All right. So it came from a different factory. I'm sorry. Wrong factory.
Just saying.
Just that other child labor factory.
Yeah. No, we're good. And I like how he got so mad and the whole instant backstage against Judgment Day, how I told you guys not to come out for El Campeon, like, it just, and then the apology that we got last night on Raw, which we know nobody really believed, like, it's still there. Him and Finn are going to come to blows, and honestly, Finn might end up with that title.
The other thing you talked about, the seeds for Judgment Day breaking up, also is good seed land for future Bloodline storylines too. Just before that match, they kind of gave him that stank eye, like, watch your back, dude.
Right, and we'll get into all the fun rumors about the future of the Bloodline after. I don't know who got assigned to that. I don't know. And then we had Bianca and Jade versus the name that Garrett hates the most. Go ahead, Todd. Todd.
Sorry.
I see the hand.
We forgot to bring up, and we'll be talking about, I'll be speaking about this later on, but how the Yeet brought out the Fireflies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. If anybody hasn't seen those pictures, holy shit. Like, I thought I got an awesome Jey Uso entrance. Like everybody on their feet at SummerSlam this past year. You had everybody in Detroit. I felt like Eminem was about to come out and perform. You had 80,000 people on their feet just going nuts. But Emily says hi, guys, and she called us dudettes. But dude, those pictures, if you haven't seen them, go look. One of us will post some of them on the Facebook page, but it's a gorgeous moment in time.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And then Jade and Bianca versus the Kabuki Warriors. Garrett's favorite name in the wrestling business.
It's true. He talked a lot about it, how much he loved it.
Like, you get so mad about it, Garrett. And so I'm going to ask you here.
No, I wasn't mad. I'm just like,
it's the boys,
surprising.
In front of millions of people watching, why do you hate the term Kabuki?
I don't hate it. I just feel like I feel like it's a Vince remnant. Like it just seems so on the nose. You know what I mean? Like it seems like a very Vince McMahon. We're gonna put you two together, and you're gonna be the Kabuki Warriors. It's gonna be fantastic.
So what would you call them?
I have no idea. It's not my place.
That's a horrible name, but if that's what you'd go with.
Yeah.
Introducing now the No Idea.
But
Joe,
they just randomly
respond to your sister, Joe.
Hang on. I already responded to that. I did that. Go ahead, Todd.
Okay.
I think if they randomly change the name, though, it just wouldn't. You would have to like break them
at
up
this point.
and
It'd be weird.
Form them back again.
Well, at this point, yeah, it'd be weird. I'm just saying it. It's the same thing like when they changed Io Shirai to Io Sky because she was like the genius of the sky. So then they just changed it to Io Sky, and it's just like, but why? Io Shirai is a cool name. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It sounds Vince McMahon remnant-ish. It's the same thing with Viking Raiders. Like, why we're still going with Viking Raiders? Really?
I'm just over the whole gimmick thing. This shit's gnarly, dude.
Plus,
they're not relevant anymore.
You got to think too, like, because children watch it and enjoy it, so they might have done like her name change. Maybe it was just easier for like kids to say shit like that. Io's name, at least. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So this is the only prediction that Garrett, I would say, got wrong from and I apologize for the whole South Park video not playing the audio because I screwed up and for some reason all the audio levels were down and I wasn't just going to go through and re-edit. I had too much shit to do. But I think I will post the video in its solo entirety.
Yeah,
it's pretty hysterical, but Bianca and Jade won. Now, I know some of us, Todd, feel that Jade hasn't earned the spot as a champion. So,
yeah, we know.
Todd,
we know how he feels about Bianca.
Well, we all know how I feel about Bianca.
I think those two together make a good tag team. Honestly, I really don't think I don't think either of them really need titles right now because they're not people. They already have everybody's whatever. I mean, Jade had it before she even came to WWE, and fucking Bianca has earned it throughout the years, like the respect and, just the whatever people. So they really don't need the titles unless Asuka was already hurt and they just needed to drop them, and that's the outcome. I don't know when she got hurt, if she's really hurt, if she's storyline hurt, I don't know. But I don't know if that's the reason why, is that she had something going on and they were like, oh, okay, well, we're just going to have to. Yes.
Uh-oh. She's here, guys.
She's here.
Hello, mother. I expect you to keep this not X-rated. I expect you not to be making advances toward my friends, and I hope you're just here for your viewing pleasure, and that's the only pleasure you're getting out of it.
Listen, in her defense, how could you not want a hot, steamy slice of Todd? How?
I mean,
how?
I don't know how you don't. Mom said PG-16 and up. Okay. So apparently, and she killed Garrett.
We're already off and running.
I thought Garrett was going to have to activate his life alert bracelet.
Oh, not yet. It's only for the real bad emergencies.
He's fallen and he can't get up.
Listen,
But so
that shit's
I'm going to
real
disagree
now.
with you.
This shit's real. Throw your back out.
So I'm going to disagree with you 100%, Todd. And I think this adds a relevance, which even though Jade hasn't proven herself in WWE, she's proven herself elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think this brings a relevance, and like, who's beating the two of them? There's nobody in there that's beating them right now.
That was going to be that.
They're going to beat each other, really.
So what will happen? What I think will happen down the road is something will go on. They'll lose the titles, and Jade will fucking turn on Bianca and turn heel. She's a good heel.
I agree with Garrett. I think it's going to be the opposite. I think we're going to see heel Bianca.
We'll finally see heel Bianca.
We've never seen heel Cena. We're not going to see heel Bianca yet.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to pull.
Oh, man.
They turned Bailey heel. They turned Bailey heel. They're going to turn Bianca heel 100%.
I don't know.
But I'm completely cool with them having the titles.
I just didn't think we were going to pull it yet. That's all. So
I think they'll get a little bit of a run, and then probably, dude, it might even go past SummerSlam with them together and just holding them titles. But besides that,
Jade and Rhea, I want to see that. That's what I want to see.
Well, I think this might be a holding card because I think Jade and Rhea was the original plan from what I remember reading months ago. And then we had our main event, the phenomenal one. And let me be the first here to say, go back to the old entrance music. I don't like this remixed. I love his old entrance song.
Yeah, it's weird.
Nothing's wrong with it.
Again, dude, absolutely a barn burner. Like, it was awesome. Like, every single one of these matches, like, I couldn't go get snacks, man. Like, I couldn't leave. Like, and I like snacks when I watch my pay-per-views, and I went snackless for 3 hours. And that's the other thing, too. I liked it was a little bit shorter. It was very, like, boom, 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 boom. You didn't want to get up and go. And you had Cody and AJ just tear it up. Like, near fall to near fall, finishing move to finishing move, reverse to reverse. Two of the most technical masters in the field today just absolutely tore it up. And we knew AJ wasn't winning. There was no scenario where AJ was winning. Yeah, I was glued to my TV, not just because there wasn't a real storyline there. It was the story they told in that goddamn ring. It lights out. Like, we're back to in-ring storytelling. And let me tell you, the inch and a half is ready to go, man. Anybody else got anything to say about Backlash before we go on?
I would like right along with you to say Backlash was best. I'm easily giving it an A+. It gets the plus even.
It gets the plus even.
Yeah, A+.
It gets the inch.
Sinatra?
I'll give it an A+ as well.
Nice.
Me personally, I'm not going to give it an A+. I'm going to give it an A++, guys.
Oh, he went there.
The double plus.
The first true pay-per-view in the Paul Levesque era, the first PLE that it was all him. Lights out. Lights out. And with that being said, and while Todd takes a little bit of a smoke break, we are going to go into our commercial, which was not uploaded. Shit balls. All right. While I upload that, Gary, why don't you talk about your topic that you were going to talk about this week?
So, it was, what was our thing? It was, what are we hearing about? The bloodline. We got a report on the bloodline stuff, right? Of what it looks like the big thing is going to be, which is that, and I swear we talked about this either last week or the week prior, which was how amazing is it going to be that Roman was the big bad for so long. He went out. It took all this. We had the Avengers Endgame ending of WrestleMania in order to beat him. You know what I mean? He was the Thanos of the whole situation. And now they're going to build that Solo is going to Solo. We're watching it. Solo is building his own. We know Jacob Fatu signed. He's most likely going to be in that. It will be the 4.
Wait, who signed? Who signed?
Jacob.
Jacob who?
Fatu.
Oh, Jacob Fatu signed?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard about him at all. I didn't realize he had signed yet.
We know he's going to be there. What the report now is saying is that Roman's going to come back as the face to take them on, which obviously we're going to see him and the Usos versus the 4 of them, which is supposed to line up for a War Games match. Obviously, that's 3 versus 4. The 4th being Sami Zayn.
Speaking of Canadians,
I would be so ecstatically happy to see this, because imagine, like, he comes back, he's got Jimmy right away, right? It's him, it's Jimmy, it's Paul. You know, they're trying to get Jay. Jay, finally comes around, be like, oh, we need to find a 4th. We're not going to find a 4th. Everything we just did to everybody for all this, so we're not going to find it. Jay's like, all right, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Jay comes out, last. It's like, it's the 3 of them, and then boom, Sammy comes out, and then the match is on. I don't know who would win. That I don't know why. I don't even care. Honestly, I don't care who wins. I just want to see it. I mean, Drew, you seem super excited. What are you thinking?
I want that. I want it so bad.
I did.
So, Todd, what were you saying about speaking about Canadians?
So this was brought to my attention, and it's not wrestling related. I just wanted to share it with everybody if you didn't know, because I was like, what the fuck? There's a guy that I worked with that was from Canada, and I confirmed this today, that there are some provinces in Canada that their milk is in a bag. Like, you buy a bag of milk. You don't buy a carton or a gallon, like it's a bag. And I'm like, what? And he confirmed it. And I was like, doesn't it spill easier? And he's like, well, there's like a holder for it. And I'm like, he said it tastes better. It doesn't taste like plastic or cardboard. So then I was like, do you have chocolate milk in a bag? And he was like, yes.
So you're saying there's chocolate milk sacks?
Yeah. So just a random fact for people. Maybe some people know this, maybe not. But milk comes in a bag in some places in Canada.
Well, Canada's not far away from us.
Well, that's like restaurant shit. I've dealt with that too. I've just never seen anybody like, hey, would you like some milk? And pull out a fucking bag from the refrigerator and pour your milk. Like, that doesn't happen around here. He told me he's gonna, like, because he goes to Canada quite a bit. So he's like, next time I go to visit my grandma, he's like, I'll get you one. He was like, I'll buy one and bring it to you. I'm like, okay.
Can he buy 2? Because I want a bag of milk.
Yeah. So that's your random stoner.
That's your Canadian fact of the day.
So I think it's brilliant for you have Roman leave as Thanos and come back as Iron Man. And I'm personally super excited to see a face Roman, which I never ever thought those words would ever come out of my mouth. But I'm I'm very excited to see this version come forth. And I'm also excited that we're not going to get it for a minute. We're going to let the Solo Sikoa version of Bloodline kind of become whatever it's going to become, because let's be honest, he's recruited 2 guys in like 2 weeks. I don't see him stopping anytime soon.
I hope Rikishi comes back.
Well, do you guys think they'll stop at just the four of them?
I am almost certain that there is
a
another family member signed. Is there like another cousin?
I know. I don't know if you guys have heard this yet, but WWE has signed Jacob too. So they've signed
Jacob too.
Yeah, they signed Jacob. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but it looks like I honestly think they're going to put a female in there. I don't know who. I don't know if it's going to be The Rock's daughter, which would be even better if you throw The Rock's daughter into the mix.
What about a dude?
Yeah.
Just bring them all.
Hell yeah.
Except for Samoa Joe.
The island
Here
of relevancy and just bring it right over here.
Okay, so here, right? The Rock's daughter, okay? Which means The Rock is going to come back. So are we, the long game, WrestleMania, are we going to end up seeing Rock versus Roman at this WrestleMania? Or is Rock going to come back for Cody? And is Roman going to screw Rock? And then are we going to see Rock versus Roman at 42?
So what I foresee happening
Long game.
is I foresee The Rock aligning with Solo Sikoa's version of the Bloodline. And you might not even see the debut of the face Bloodline till next Mania. So you might have Cody and The Rock going at it. The Bloodline comes out to, mess Cody up, and the good Bloodline comes out and saves Cody, which sets up Cody versus Roman the following year. Or not Cody versus Roman. Roman versus Rock the following year. That's, in my mind, that's how that writes itself. But who knows? But before we get into Todd's topic, and Todd, I just texted you the update about last night's QR code.
I got you. I'm ahead of you. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I tell you, I research. Right. I do research.
But first, a little word from our sponsor. And I got to enable the media. A little word from our sponsor.
Have you ever found yourself in the need for some screen printing? What about some vinyl work? Well, we have the spot for you. Seasonal Sports, 215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Has all your needs. Go see Fred at Seasonal Sports.
So, go call Fred, Seasonal Sports. Whatever you need done, he'll do it, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
I was talking about sexual favors.
You're cheap.
Yes.
With the shirt.
So, Todd, tell us what you're talking about this week.
I am speaking of and about and around the Wyatt Six. So yes, it's when Bray came back, there was all the QR codes and the rabbit and the this and the that and the whatever. And they're doing obviously the same thing, QR codes, you scan them, whatever. The most recent one, was it last night?
Yep.
Okay. So
it was when Jey Uso came out.
It said, drink from his suffering. Even now you doubt us, but soon you will understand that all we ever wanted was a chance. So did you guys know, and I have this, and I can do a screen share so you can see it as well. There is a website for all of this.
Ooh.
So the website, I'm going to see how this works. There's no audio, but there's like a picture and a video. So let me screen. Share. You seeing that?
Hang on. And allow it. There we go. Okay. What do we see? I see the Raven.
So you see the picture?
Yep. It's like he's still alive.
So the website, my apologies, is www.com/UEDNJ51A, which translates to Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, and the whole 5-1 is supposed to be 5 + 1 = 6, and 6 is Alexa Bliss.
Now, the other thing I think, because I've been trying to find out like the exact status of Alexa, and on one of the Reddit message boards, I heard the 6 might just be Bray himself. So there might not be an actual 6 member, just it's Bray is the 6th member of the Wyatt 6. You know? And because I think they're just going with what the original plan was. And I think Nikki Cross and Alexa were swapped out. And Bray obviously was supposed to be the original leader of that.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see Alexa in there, even though I want to see Alexa in there. I want to see Alexa everywhere. Let's be honest. But I've always been a huge fan of the supernatural storylines, going back to Taker, and even when they were the Wyatt family and everything after. Like it hit me in a spot when Bray passed away, and to know that his legacy isn't just going to end does make me very, very, very happy. And
I'm super happy his brother gets to be Uncle Howdy, because I feel like he never got a fair shake.
Yeah.
And for him to pick up that torch, and for anybody who hasn't watched the Bray Wyatt I Am Immortal documentary at Peacock, I'm never going to tell you to turn the show off and go watch it, but turn the show off and go watch it because it's that good. And
okay, see you later.
I have complete faith in Bo picking that torch up and running with it and doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. Oh,
Drusif, what do you got for us this week?
Drusif. That's fantastic.
No plans for Cody Rhodes? Are you kidding me? You made that guy finish his story and you don't got more story for him? You better bring us a story. We got plenty of people on this roster. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's just go through it. AJ Styles, Dispatch, get to the back of the line. All right, who we got now? Andrade, there we go. That's somebody pretty good. Let's see. Apollo Crews? Maybe not yet. Austin Theory, they got him in the tag game. What's up with that? Then we've got Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley might be a pretty good opponent. Carmelo Hayes, he looks pretty good. He's young and hungry. Let's get him in the spotlight. Send him on his way and then come back. Cody Rhodes, that's our guy. Still our guy. He finished the story. Remember that. Then we've got, who else we got? Kevin Owens. Seems pretty interesting. Maybe not yet. LA Knight. Yeah. Logan Paul. I know we're all Logan Paul lovers here. I know I am. Montez Ford. Now we can't break up that band yet. Plus Bobby Lashley's in line. We can't do that. Come on now. Okay. Randy Orton. I know we said that he might not be in the plans, but it might be a good legacy versus legacy there. Santos Escobar. I love me some luchas, and I don't know if he's quite ready for that yet, but I would love to see him in there. So those are plenty of people that could come in and challenge Cody. You can even cross all these guys over and just make them try and screw each other over, so that way we're keeping everything fresh. We're keeping Cody on his heels. And then we can also sprinkle in a little bit of that NXT action. Like I said with Carmelo, we can bring up some dudes every once in a while to maybe just give them something like a transition in the storyline. And then after that, I don't know. That's what I would do.
So somebody please call a priest, because I'm pretty sure Jim Cornette just possessed Drew's body.
Jimmy Cornette's back there like,
I don't know where.
My sister messaged and said, is someone going to help Drew?
no.
Nope.
No.
We just sit back and watch fire burn.
You don't have a storyline for Cody Rhodes. What is that's madness? Madness.
So
it really is
I don't know
madness.
if you realize this or not, Drew, but now every week that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like you
Got it.
You've set the bar pretty high.
Way too high.
Way too high. Oh, I can set it higher.
At least you didn't take your shelf out.
Set it way higher. Like over 9. Wait, what?
Are you over 9,000?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna get over 9,000. This ain't pink eye. Come on.
My mom loves the passion, Drew.
Oh, that's all I got. I'm oozing. Sorry.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say because Drew covered all of it in about 13 seconds.
Sorry, I know. I was ready. I was ready for this.
Just even if
you don't have a story for Cody Rhodes, come on. This story's not finished.
Right. Even if the story was going to be everyone's going to be gunning for him. So each month, the person he's going to do, it's like he's taking on. It's not going to be like you're going to wrestle this person and it's going to carry over and you're going to wrestle them again. Even if it's like each person, one person per month, you're passing them. Even if that's the story, I don't know. But it's crazy that there's no plan.
You can even do like a best of 3 with somebody again, kind of like you did with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
My mom said ooze is good.
I just read that.
I don't know how to take that. I don't want to even think about my mom and the word ooze in the same sentence. Unless it's the secret.
My dad all the way over there. I can't even get it.
Yo, you yeeted that bitch pretty far, man.
Well, Drew, if you want to borrow my hat, it is UWE.
UWE.
And
UWE.
Before I go to my topic, why don't you tell us a little something about UWE?
UWE is located in Oneida. They are a school. If you would like to learn how to be a wrestler, you want to be even a manager, a valet, or even a referee, hit up UWE, Upstate Wrestling Entertainment. You can't be Magneto. They can't teach you that.
No, sorry, dude.
Right. Only Drew can teach you.
I guess.
Only Drew can teach you that. But and check out their YouTube to see their episodes. Episode 3 is up, where we saw our title change hands from our beloved Coffin to Ziwu, who is aligned with Ben Hameen and Joe's favorite person in the entire indie scene, Blaze Haram.
Joe loves him.
Such
There's
a
many
chump.
pictures of him.
He's such a loser. And my sister says, honestly, it depends on what's oozing. I hate my family.
It still doesn't make it better.
It doesn't help him. It doesn't help at all. So, my topic.
What is your topic? Tell us.
Drew Gulak was released. And at first, nobody kind of knew why. But it kind of falls into the whole Todd's favorite person in the world, Ronda Rousey situation with her venting. So there's a lot to unpack here. I'm going to kind of do it in sections. But I'm just going to read the WrestleFeed article, and we're going to kind of go from there. Drew Gulak breaks silence on his WWE departure. In a surprising turn of events, Drew Gulak's tenure with WWE has come to an end, but not in the manner initially assumed. While speculation was rife about his release, the truth reveals a more nuanced story. Amidst allegations and incidents, his contract will not be renewed, shedding some light on the internal dynamics within the NXT brand. Fightful Select revealed the following details regarding the Gulak situation. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic, guys.
It's okay.
So, the spark that ignited the investigation into Drew Gulak's behavior stemmed from remarks made by former UFC champion Ronda Rousey. Her claims prompted an internal probe within NXT, uncovering a series of concerning incidents involving Gulak. Despite his public rebuttal around Rousey's comments, insiders suggest this wasn't the sole catalyst for his departure. Insight gleaned from conversations with Fightful's Corey Brennan, unveiling troubled testimonies from several NXT talents. Allegations depict Gulak as a bully who exploited vulnerabilities during matches, particularly targeting those in the process of recovering from minor injuries. Shocking accounts include instances where Gulak purposely exacerbated the injuries, with one talent recounting a deliberate redislocation of a previously injured finger. Furthermore, Gulak would intimidate his opponents into not reporting these incidents. Gulak's tenure in NXT was not devoid of controversy, as evidenced by a notable incident during a taped event last year. Here, Gulak found himself on the receiving end of reprimands from esteemed figures such as Shawn Michaels and the other NXT coaches. Reports suggest Gulak's actions during a match included what was perceived as deliberate endangerment of an opponent when he intentionally spiked a wrestler on his head, warranted a stern rebuke, and highlighted concerns over professional conduct and saving protocols. Insights from NXT talents. Echoing sentiments of unease, one NXT talent who collaborated closely with Gulak described his behavior as odd. Notably, Gulak appeared to test fellow talents through what can only be described as bullying tactics, probing reactions, and asserting dominance in an unsettling manner. I don't know if that means he was like peeing on them or something, but with the Vince era, you never know. After his WWE departure was confirmed, Gulak posted footage from his Catchpoint Wrestling School on his Instagram story and wrote, "Hello, pro wrestlers, step your game up." And that is all we know right now. And apparently, to me, he's a narcissistic douche.
Yes.
Oh. So, honestly, he was good, but I was never a huge fan. I felt like the talent was there, but the charisma wasn't there. He didn't do it for me. He was no Todd. You know what I mean?
There's no one. You can't compare it, Todd.
Nope.
Because I know Todd's point of view was kind of like, Ronda's just whining. She's pissed off. I think and I'm not saying Todd's wrong about that. I don't think she was built for the entertainment part of this business.
No, not even.
But I think shit like that going on didn't help her opinion of things and her happiness in the product. Go ahead, Garrett. You had
that video I sent you guys where it was Becky talking about that she was whining and complaining, when of her part-time schedule when everyone else is working full-time.
Yes.
and all that, and then they show the video of her where she's like, I'm just done where she says, I'm done entertaining these people, fuck these people,
yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Made me just hate her even more because it was like, wow,
right.
These are these are the people who fucking pay you, blah blah blah. Sometimes I think not all, but some famous people forget
they do.
Don't be a dick to these people because these people help pay your fucking paycheck. Right. Now, I'm not saying you should sit there and sign, a gazillion autographs or be bothered at your home or, people stalking you at the airport. That's right. Not cool by any means. But in general, this is your profession. This is how you get paid. And no, if you piss off 2 or 3 people, is it going to really affect you? No, but in the long run, these people still fucking contributed something to your life and career if they're fans, and to shit on them like that, it's just wow, thanks. I can't get my money back that I spent on your shirt, or I bought these tickets specifically to see you in the main event. I can never get that back. And you basically were just to all of us.
Right. Yeah.
My sister 100% agrees with you.
Yeah. To say, maybe look, this isn't for me. The entertain to say you can put it differently.
Yeah.
But for like you said, to say it like that, you're definitely going about it wrong. But whatever, say it however you want, and then we're gonna feel however we want. So,
Joe,
and I think she will, in time, kind of reevaluate her opinion on it, because we all know when in the heat of the moment when you're pissed off. Hey, Adam, what's going on, buddy? My buddy Adam just hopped in. I think she's too close to it all right now, and I think her feelings are very, very strong about it right now. And as somebody who's only been in the competitive part of sports, and then to segue into sports entertainment, because talent-wise, she took to it kind of like how Logan Paul did. Like she was awesome. But the other part, the part that a lot of people tend to forget is it is the entertainment part, because at the end of the day, wrestling it's theater, and it's theater with choreographed violence in it, and without that entertainment value, without theatrics, you're missing half of the product, because as much as the physicality and the wrestling matches themselves, at the end of the day, whether it be with promos or what's happening in the ring, the story is the important part. Like Cody's whole thing for the last year was finish the story, because that's what these are. These are stories. These are, our soap operas. These are our books. This is modern mythology in the making. And I think once she steps back and is able to reevaluate what went on, it wasn't the fans that were the issue. It was the toxicity that she was dealing with behind closed doors, backstage, that really soured her. And it was apparent in that second run she had. That first run, she was about it. You could tell she was having fun. Everything was great. She left, had the kid, came back, and it was like a completely different person. And I hope that she does someday look back at her time with WWE more fondly than she does now, because I think she had a good run, especially initially, like the stuff with her and Becky, having Piper's jacket, just like kind of going off the Piper motif. It was awesome. I was so about it, because Roddy was my guy when I was a kid. I wasn't a Hogan guy. I was all about Roddy Piper. How more badass can you be to go out there wearing a dress and then whooping everybody's ass? Like that takes cojones. Like, and it sucks that you still get narcissists like Drew Gulak back there. And I mean, like, that's unavoidable in any aspect, not even in wrestling in real life. But it sucks that it's put such a negative light, especially with everything that's happened with Vince and everything else in the last year or so, that we got more of this stupid nonsense because people are assholes backstage. No pun intended, Vince. We all know you like the asshole.
So if I recall correctly, and it's a little fuzzy on if that is the case, but I think in that video, I swear it was when she said something about I got booed out of an arena, and that's when like I decided whatever, and fuck these guys. Like, so like
you were a heel.
You right.
That was SummerSlam.
Right, that was like a direct shot at the fans, like that. You know what I mean? Like that was her being like, "You guys booed me, wah, so fuck you." Like,
because it wasn't, because at SummerSlam, dude, it wasn't just like, oh, people were yelling obscene shit to her. Like it wasn't just like normal fan. Oh, I hate the heel. Like, oh, Cena sucks. No. Like I could hear people yelling some foul.
Where was that at?
Detroit.
Makes sense. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
no, I agree with Fonda then.
I feel like it was just a bad situation that got worse, and with what her attitude became, it soured everything.
That sucks.
And before we go, the other big news that I thought was crazy as shit, and it leads into something else, and I'll let Garrett kind of take the lead on the second half of it. In Ric Flair's last match, apparently during the match, he had a heart attack and kept going. And then there was footage released today of what, Garrett?
An argument in a restaurant where he was telling everybody that they were, or he was trying to put them over, like wrestling terms.
Yeah,
but
it was terrible.
For anyone who hadn't watched the show, who is watching now, when he wrestled that last match where he tagged with Andrade, like, the three of us were in the studio going, this is awful. This is bad. I love Ric Flair, but there is no way I'm watching this. It's a stain on everything he's done. It's a backhand to everything else that, every retirement in each place he had. And it's, who wants to watch somebody that old wrestle? And we said, like, what if he's going to die in the ring? And apparently he almost did. We were right.
I'm pretty sure I made the comment, dude's going to have a heart attack while you try. I'm almost, I'll have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure I said heart attack. Like,
yeah, just had a heart attack and passed out mid-match. Like, what? Like,
dude,
and then was a complete.
It's time to hang it up, Rick. And
like he couldn't, he couldn't just pull a regular thing. Like, okay, get involved in an Andrade's match and put somebody in a figure four. He can handle that. You know what I mean? He could probably do that till the day he dies. But like a match, no. I'm just not having
and
it.
actually, one more thing before we go. Garrett, why don't you holler at us about the results of the King of the Ring?
So we have our first qualifiers, right? So what we do know is also announced was that Drew McIntyre was pulled. I mean, because he's not medically cleared. We all happen to think that that's storyline, okay? Jey Uso beat Finn Balor. Kofi and Ray and Shayna and Zelina is not going to be aired. That will be taking place at a house show. I'm sure we may get footage of it. I hope we do. That'll be cool. Io defeated Natalia, which on any normal time I'd be like, okay, but back to what Joe and I were talking about earlier, I really want her to get her flowers somewhere, and at least having her be a queen of the ring would have been cool, but oh well. In my opinion, the match of the night, Ilya Dragunov versus WWE Speed Champion Ricochet. Easily match of the night. Felt like they were wrestling for a title. It was intense. It was I don't know. Easily the best match of the night.
There's some fucking
Nile
stuck up there. Becky
Lynch, Liv Morgan's gonna be wrestling. Valkyria defeated Dakota Kai, who was replacing Asuka. And then Gunther defeated Sheamus, and those were all of your people who advanced to the next round.
I wish Sheamus.
So all I gotta say before we sign off is, who needs a tribal chief when you have a king?
You got
King Jay, baby. King Jay. Tune in next week.
Lawler left.
Tune in Monday. Huh?
Lawler left.
Well, it's not that he left.
He's not under
I think it was
contract
more,
anymore.
right. Yeah.
But he's not with the company anymore.
Yeah.
He wasn't renewed.
But it's Lawler. Yeah. Dude had a heart attack. Almost died for that company.
Are we talking about Ric Flair again?
What's that?
Well, that was for different.
I thought we already talked about that.
Ric Flair.
So, hey guys, next week, same time, same YouTube channel. Monday, look for the Todd and Joe Morning Show. Look for content throughout the week. And if you're feeling froggy, go look up Unparalleled Comics on Facebook, and you might see little somebody's comic was given out for a free comic book day. There's a digital version of it.
I don't have any left. That's how good Saturday went.
That's awesome, man.
And I do have to say, I do have a signed original print of Ginormous #1.
Yeah.
From, what was it now?
There's going to be more. There'll be a Kickstarter and everything. You'll hear about it.
And we are going to blast it on here as much as possible.
Awesome.
Support us. We support you. Like, share, everything. King Uso, that's what we're going to get. Mondays, Todd and Joe Morning Show. Tuesdays, Wrestle Fandom Radio. And the rest of the week, look for fun stuff. And go to Todd's OnlyFans, guys. Deuces.
Keep it oozing.